Sheboygan North High School's at Cutie Fieldhouse, where tonight the first place Raiders take on the Manitowoc Ships. Hello everybody, alongside Matt Horzen, teacher over at Urban and a former Raider. I'm Mike Martin. You're taking over for Chris Wright. He's at a baseball conference, Matt, so you got some big shoes to fill.
I got some very big shoes to fill tonight, and my mom's watching at home too, so I don't want to upset her. I got to make her proud.
I got the same thing happening at my house. My wife's watching. Hey, Manitowoc comes in 6-11, 4-9 in conference, yet you said they're a dangerous team. Talk about that part of it.
Yeah, they really are. I saw North play them the first time up in Manitowoc, and they've got a team of shooters. TJ Schneider is one of the more athletic players that's in the conference this year. He can fill it up. And a couple of their guards, Latour and Kavanaugh, can also shoot the ball. It's a dangerous game. They're coming off a big win on Tuesday night, and I hope they come out ready to play, because I know Manitowoc's looking at this game as a game they'd like to steal on the road.
Bobby Knight would always say the hardest game is the game right after the big game, and that's, of course, what North had. And I had a chance to talk with Don Girk before tonight's game. He said it was one of the best games of the season, that win, and you were here. What do you have to say about that win the other night?
Yeah, it was a really good atmosphere. I feel it was one of the better games North played this year. In fact, they did something Coach Destel hasn't done in many years here. They played some 2-3 zone, and they switched to that early on in the game after their man wasn't working, and they really did well. And I think it's something that they may look to do a little bit more down the stretch here. And I've also heard they're working on some 2-1-2 zone press as well, so we'll see if they break that out tonight.
One thing I did like to see, too, a couple of games ago when they beat, I think it was Bayport, was he tried pressing in the first half, or maybe it was Pulaski. Didn't work very good, so he pulled it off the second half, and it worked out to be a really great move.
Yeah, they've made some really good adjustments as the season's gone on. I don't think they're a great man-to-man defensive team, but they do have a lot of athletes on the floor. I mean, Davis Larson, Zach Hasenstein, Ethan Sinellis, and they've got some guys off the bench. CJ Lacey's really stepped up, and he started for Ethan on Tuesday night and played very well.
One guy that seems to be a little bit of I don't know, iffy kind of player. I know he's a great player, really is, but he gets off to a bad start. He has a tough time bouncing back. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Zach Hasenstein.
Yeah, that's correct. And Zach is such a talented player. I don't think there's anybody in the conference that can match up with him one-on-one, but I always feel like it's really important that he comes out strong at the start and gets in a positive mindset, and that's not only big for him, but big for them as a team, because he's such a key cog.
Now, when North comes out tonight, what do you think they're going to start off defensively, and then moving on to the second part of the question, what do they need to do to win?
I wouldn't be surprised if they start out in a 2-3 zone again tonight. It worked really well for them the other night. The only thing is, it's a team that can really shoot the ball, so you got to be careful. And I think one of their big keys to tonight is TJ Schneider's probably going to get his points, but limiting some of their other shooters and not letting them get off is going to be huge, because a team that shoots the threes start banging some home and get a little confidence, and all of a sudden all bets are off.
In that North-South game the other night, I was actually disappointed in South. They never put a body on Kaminsky, and he just kind of roamed around the lane and got a lot of second chance points. Is Manitowoc going to play like that tonight?
I would think for them that they would want to play like that. Sam is such a big body in there. I don't think he's the most physically strong, but he's not afraid to stick his nose in there, and you're right, he tore up South, especially on the offensive glass on Saturday night.
Years ago, when I was coaching at Chilton, we had a really great player, Todd Eisner, and he'd come off the floor and nothing real spectacular. You look in the scorebook, all of a sudden he's got 20 points. Boy, that's a quiet 20. I see Davis Larson as being like that a lot of times.
Yeah, Davis will do what it takes out there. He's going to go very hard offensively, and he looks to get his teammates involved too. And you're right, he's just a do-it-all kind of guy. He's been doing it for 4 years for Coach Desatel. It's a guy they're really going to miss next year. Brings a lot of leadership and a lot of talent to this team.
All right, with that, we're going to step out. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the tip-off for tonight's ball game.
We taught him how to hit a baseball, how to hit a receiver, the strike zone, the net. You taught him how to hit the upper corner. You even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat?
1 in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
I love my sister.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
A full life, measured in seats, starts with the right ones early on. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Learn how to prevent deaths and injuries by using the right car seat for your child's age and size.
Okay, so we drowned the fire, stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
Look at me. Hey.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's varsity contest between the Manitowoc Lincoln Ships, coached by Brian Gallagher, and the Sheboygan North Eye Runnin' Raiders, coached by Tom Desautels. Here are your starting lineups for this evening. For Manitowoc, a senior, number 4, David Latour. A senior, number 5, Andy Kavanaugh. A senior, number 12, Trevor Feast. A junior, number 23, TJ Schneider. A sophomore, number 42, Colin Wanick. And now the starting lineup for your very own Sheboygan North Eye Runnin' Raiders. A junior, number 11, Ethan Sonellis. A senior, number 21, Chris Lacey. a senior, number 33, Sam Kaminsky. A senior, number 35, Julian Jones. A senior, number 44, Davis Larson. Tonight's varsity officials, Tommy Williams, Todd Mangan, and Jason Mangan. These individuals are registered by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association, are assigned by North High School and the Fox River Classic Conference. Their experience and integrity qualify them to administer the rules of the game. Tonight's athletic training services provided by Purveyor Sports Medicine of Green Bay in partnership with St. Nicholas, St. Mary, St. Vincent Hospitals. Tonight's athletic trainer, Mr. Chris Lenz.
Wow, surprise in the starting lineup for Sheboygan North, Matt. Zach Hasenstein not starting. Senior Chris Lacey making the start tonight.
I would agree. I did not see that one coming myself. CJ gave him some good minutes the other night, so hopefully he can come out strong for them tonight too.
North controls the opening tap here at North High School's Acuity Fieldhouse.
Looks like Manitowoc's in a triangle and 2 to start out here.
On a long pass over the head of Jones, not able to save it. Turnover right away for North.
Marty, I noticed Brian Gallagher isn't here for Manitowoc tonight. That's not their usual coach that's up for them on the sidelines
Really?
right now. That is correct.
Wonder what's wrong with him. Hopefully everything's okay. A deep 3 is up and good by Latour.
Got to be careful. I say you don't want to let them guys get going early, and Latour is definitely a guy that can fill it up.
Larson has it on the wing.
And that triangle and 2, they're manned up on Ethan and Davis, and they've got their other 3 guys working around on the inside.
Lacey inside to Kaminsky, turns and puts it up and in. Good feed by Chris Lacey for the easy 2.
Very good look. Sam's been doing a great job finishing on the inside this year.
One thing I've noticed, Matt, and I'll honestly say about North, I haven't looked at them that close, but you watch them in warm-ups or in practice, a lot of the teams that I've seen, they're never practicing inside shots.
Correct.
So all they do is stand around, shoot the 3.
Correct, and Sam works very hard in practice on his post moves. In fact, I know there's times where I'd like to see him get the ball in there even more than they do.
Schneider made that last basket for Manitowoc and also collected that rebound off the miss from Larson. Solid start for Manitowoc. Rolling down to the 16-minute mark. Latour, bango. Somebody better get on that guy.
Yep.
It's 8-2 Manitowoc.
This where movement is going to be key for them against his zone here. Keep the ball, not only the ball moving, but keep a lot of player movement. Good look.
Lacey with an easy basket off a great pass from Sinellis.
Perfect example right there. Good cut by CJ.
And a foul on Lacey.
Chris Lacey. Nate Winter checks in for North.
You've been on that end of it, haven't you?
I have. In fact, I was going to say, I don't think Coach is going to like that foul about 70 feet from the basket.
Snellis guarding Latour. It's a good matchup, I think.
It was a very good matchup. And Ethan, especially, he's got a couple threes against him now. He'll get a hand up, and he'll prevent him from getting a few of those up in the future. To find him here.
Latour with a good screen is open again and nails a 3. Got to get a little help on the screen.
Yeah, that's not on Ethan. That's on the rest of his team to help him out and get a hand up.
Winter had the ball out on top. 11-4. Winter with a 3, no good. Jones tipped it out.
Ooh.
Not an over and back because it was a loose ball.
No, almost a travel.
Jones. Oh, bad miss there.
And that's a shot I know Manitowoc will live with. They're going to let Julian take that.
Out on the wing is Feast. He had it. Got it over to Schneider. North and a man-to-man so far.
Final Latour, they are running him off a lot of screens right now.
And a dump down inside. Easy 2 for Wanek. 13-4.
Very surprising start here again. Manitowoc they're ready to play.
Larson's shot was blocked, goes out of bounds. Wanek on the block there. North will have it out of bounds underneath.
I like the idea, though. Don't keep settling for those three-pointers. I'd like to see him get into the bucket here, try to get a couple
see if they can get somebody in foul trouble.
You bet.
Still in that triangle in 2.
And actually, they're in 2-3. I think they must be out of bounds. Good take by Davis. Get in there.
Larson's shot is no good. Coming away with it for Manitowoc was Kavanaugh. Latour looks like a real strong kid, Chris. Matt.
He is, and again, he can handle not only him, but the Kavanaugh, number 5. They can both really shoot the ball.
Wanek has it on top. North continuing. They got a screen for Latour. His shot is no good. Snellis that time got over the screen and was able to put some pressure on the shot. Larson's shot inside is good.
Good
He's
take.
off the Schneid.
Yep, good finish by Davis. Again, good for North to get a couple of stops here and see if they can push the tempo a little bit. Now they're foul away from the basket here.
That second team foul on North. Feast will toss it in for the Ships.
Winter working hard on Kavanaugh.
Wanek looking for the dump down inside, but Davis Larson on the good defense underneath. There's Wanek wide open, and he missed the bunny, and we're going to get an over the back. That was costly for Manitowoc's Colin Wanek.
The double whammy there, missed the layup and then get the foul on Kaminsky too.
Lacey's going to check back in. Winter checking out.
And Winter's a guy that's not going to give them a lot of points, but he will give them nothing but energy coming off the bench. He works really hard.
Julian Jones taking it to the hoop.
I like
Got
that.
It up and in.
Yep, excellent.
Forcing the action, eh?
I like it. And again, Julian, he'll hit the 3 from time to time, but I'd much rather see him take it to the basket. And again, aggressive take and good finish.
Kavanaugh breaks pressure, gives it off to Feast. Larson looks like he's got the wrong guy.
Mm-hmm.
High off the backboard by Latour, but it didn't drop down for him. Larson with the rebound. Leaning inside, no call. Looked like there could have been some contact. Latour on the layup is good. He has 8 points. 11 points, pardon me. 3 threes. It's 15-8, Manitowoc on top. 11:20 left, and we get a whistle underneath.
They got Kaminsky there. I didn't see it.
Some kind of a blocking foul, possibly. Screening foul. That's interesting that you mentioned Gallagher not there. Mark Christensen, volunteer assistant, longtime coach in the state, is down there helping out. Used to be the athletic director at Manitowoc years
Correct.
ago.
Know him well back from my playing days. He was a great coach over there.
Sean Delahunt with a great catch. Not only running camera, but also making a great catch.
Double duty Radcliffe down there.
That'd be a baseball reference.
That would be. I've got a few of those in my back pocket.
Any Cub ones?
Not as, I'm just waiting for the right moment to throw it out.
Larson being guarded closely out there.
It's a good look.
Good inside feed to Kaminsky, and he puts it up and in.
And that'll be there.
North needs to string together a couple of stops.
And again, that'll allow them to push tempo against that zone defense and not allow them to get set up. It's, again, running Raiders, it's what they want to do, get out and go.
Latour not on the floor at this time. Schneider. He nails a three.
Can't give these guys contested looks. It's another look where Davis got to get out a little bit more and just put a hand up.
Yeah, he did hold back, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Jones wanted to go baseline but got stopped. Winter open from the wing and nails it. Good pick-me-up there. That's the first three-pointer for the Raiders. Manitowoc has 4.
Hopefully get him going from the outside.
Kavanaugh inside, no good. Ball tipped away from Kaminsky, and Wanek puts it in.
Sam's got to grab that. A little tougher inside.
Good swing of the ball. And then we get a kick by Wanek.
Here comes Zach Hasenstein for his first action.
Yeah, Hasenstein, I believe, started all the games for North coming up to tonight. Did not start tonight. We don't know what was going on there. Looks like it's going to be a full timeout carry, so we can take a short break. 9:36 left in the first half. Manitowoc 20, North 13.
Raymond, look at Mommy.
Maybe the light hurts his eyes.
Maybe she's just not hungry.
Maybe he can't hear us.
Maybe we're not stimulating him enough. Maybe it's a phase.
Avoiding eye contact is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
Kavanaugh hasn't even gotten really any shots off.
Right. Back at North High School's Acuity Fieldhouse, we were talking about Manitowoc and their three-point shooting. We believe that they are 4 out of 5. Latour was the only one with a miss. He's got 3 makes, and that was when Sinellis was able to get out over a screen and get his hand up.
Yeah, I see a lot of, especially on those ball screens or guys coming off screens, guys going underneath. You got to try to get over the top of those and not let them get a free look.
Winter open from the other corner, nails another 3.
Beautiful. Speaking of good looks right there, Nate coming out, shooting the ball. Those are big threes again. He's not generally a guy that's going to put up a lot for him.
20-16. Hasenstein on Schneider.
It looks like North's gone to zone here. I think they're in their 2-3.
Hasenstein with the good hustle to cover up that 3. 3-point attempt, no good. Dopriak. Reverse layup attempt is no good.
No push here.
Good kick down. Hasenstein going hard to the basket. He draws the foul. He'll be shooting free throws.
Yeah, good aggressive tape. And again, pushing that tempo, not allowing Manitowoc to get themselves set up.
First trip to the line for either team tonight. Feast and Latour come back in. Hasenstein on the board. It's 20-18. North down 2.
And it looks like North is in that 2-1-2 zone press, falling back into a 2-3.
Manitowoc's done a good job handling the press so far tonight.
They have. And that's okay. It might not always be effective every time down the floor, but as Coach always says, the goal is to just wear them down as the night goes on.
Body punches.
Yep, that's correct. Little body blows throughout the night will eventually, hopefully, wear them out.
Wanek doesn't look comfortable with that 10-footer. Shot off the glass by Kavanaugh is good.
Right back down. Winter to the bucket. Good take.
Going hard to the hoop. Manitowoc by 2, 22-20. Get the ball to the middle to Feast. Latour.
Good hand. Don't back off, though.
Oh, boy. Jones walking away from Latour and let him shoot the 3. Come on.
And that's, you just have to be aware of who's in front of you there. You cannot make that mistake.
Well, and you got to wonder, gosh.
And I know Julian looks like he's frustrated out there, but that's got to take a little ownership there. That's on him. He's right there, and you can't leave a guy like that. He's already got 3 threes.
1, 2, 3, 4 threes for Latour. He's got 14 points. Far and away the leading scorer in the ball game. 25-20, Manitowoc on top. Lacey in the game, along with Sinellis and Larson. Skip pass to Sinellis, but good cover up that time by Schneider.
Now with Zach Kosenstein being on the floor in this triangle, and 2, they're going to man up with him and Davis. That should get Ethan Sinellis some good looks. In fact, there he is.
Good pass. Sinellis with an easy 2. Good teamwork shown by the Raiders.
And that's what Zach brings to the table, the ability to get to the basket at will, and a great find there.
Kaminsky, good hustle up the floor, tipping the ball away. Checking back in for the Ships is Ben Reindl. 6:51 left in the first half. Manitowoc by 3. Schneider with a, looked like a 2-point attempt, no good. Kaminsky with the good pressure on the shot. And right
again.
Down Main Street, Hasenstein scores.
And bringing some much needed energy for North on the floor right now. I guarantee he was chomping at the bit, waiting on the bench to get out here.
Larson taking a bit of a chance.
Yep, hand up. Yep, there you go.
Manitowoc doing a good job on the offensive board, Matt.
They are. And you can't, a team like this, you can't limit, or you can't give them second shots. You got to limit them to 1.
Raiders trying to run it inside to Larson, tipped away by Kavanaugh. He goes hard to the basket.
Good effort.
No good. Lacey with the rebound.
Good effort.
Kicks it out to Larson. Let's see what happens here. Quick 3 and he nails it. Davis Larson gives North the first lead of the ball game.
Have to say, Marty, I'm not in love with the shot there on the break. Pull up 1 on 3, but sure looked good going in.
It certainly did. Manitowoc calls a timeout. Good replay there, Kerry. You had mentioned earlier about the press, you know, and the body blows and that. Are we starting to see some of that pay dividends now?
I hope so. And something, again, that goes unnoticed. Ethan turns it over on the offensive end, but busting his tail to get back on the defensive end prevents the layup, and they come back down and drill a 3 to take the lead. That's the big momentum shift right there that, again, may not be seen by everybody in the scorebook.
The one thing that you mentioned in the opening, Matt, was the shooters that Manitowoc has, and we certainly have seen that. But one thing we didn't talk about was the rebounding. They've certainly done a good job so far in the ball game rebounding, especially offensively.
They have, and that's one of the toughest things to do against the zone is to rebound in that area. But you got to find a body when that shot goes up, whether it's anywhere in the area that you're around. You got to find somebody to box and go up and get it.
So far, North has not done that. Oh, look at those guys!
Oh, it's a couple of
wow.
good-looking Jim Horzen and Butch Carby.
One guy's wearing a good shirt. Butch, where's your Cub jersey? He's got it. That's what I forgot to wear the time we went down to the Cub game. I got to wear my Cub. I got actually a Cub jersey.
Yeah, but you
it's
brought
got my name on the back, 25.
Very nice. But you brought your Harry Carey coffee mug with you, so you were still well represented that day.
Yeah. Except it stayed in the car all day.
That's true.
But I did have my Cub hat on.
You did.
By the way, I was going to tell you, Matt took me down to a couple of Cub games last year because his dad couldn't come along. But, your uncle goes along, and he buys tickets not too far from you guys. I could do the same thing.
That's very true.
So you could there's room for 4,
always
right?
Plenty of room in our car. You bet, Marty.
I heard you're always buying a new car.
Well, wrong reasons, though, for the wrong reasons.
Latour, Lacey with good pressure, but Latour has been hot.
He is lighting it up out there.
And that puts the lead back on Manitowoc's side of the scoreboard, 28-27. Inside to Plotz.
Evan can't be afraid to go up with that.
Another turnover by North.
And right there, get your feet set, just go up strong.
Imagine that, making a mistake, you're out of the game.
Yep.
Well, I think he got caught by surprise on the pass.
Could be.
Actually made a pretty nice catch of it. It
was.
But yeah, you get that close, you want to shoot it.
Right.
And there's a charge by Reindl.
Yep. Good job of Davis standing his ground in there. Easy call.
Now, the officials tonight, Chris and I usually mention this. I haven't seen any one of these 3 guys. Matt, I don't know, have you?
I have not either, now that you mention it. These 3 are unfamiliar to me. Austin Riedbrock getting some action for North. He
good
played well on
inside
Tuesday.
feed to Kaminsky. And a good shot by Sam. 29-28 North. Rolling down to the 4:30 mark of the first half. A double team, and losing it out of bounds was Manitowoc's Trevor Feast.
Yeah, very nice job on the trap there. Double team by Zach and by Austin getting after him, and all of a sudden starting to turn him over a little bit.
Braden Bant, number 24 in the ball game for the Ships. A little bit of a bust out for North. Kick out to Reitbrock. Gets it back to Hasenstein. Bango, baby! North opening up a little bit of a lead. It's 32-28. Shot is blocked by Kaminsky, but Manitowoc comes away with the rebound. Too close to the basket.
There you go. Yeah,
Latour
that's true.
missing a 8-footer.
Get it and go here, Davis.
Reitbrock almost looked like he walked. No call. North
Really,
showing good patience.
I really like the ball movement too right now.
Winter's attempt is no good, but Kaminsky with the rebound. Put back, couldn't get the roll, but he'll be shooting free throws.
And against that zone for Manitowoc, again, the player movement's going to be key, but that ball movement's going to be really important too. You keep swinging that ball the way they are, they're going to get good looks and find that open guy.
Who are the 2 guys on Manitowoc that are playing man-to-man? I think Latour was one. Who was the other kid?
I'd have to look. I want to say, I think Latour was playing on Zach. And they're basically face guarding those guys. I mean, they're trying to really limit their touches. And again, I think they're keying in. A lot of other teams are doing that now too, trying to make other guys other than Zach and Davis beat them.
Kavanaugh brings it across half court, and he gets stuck at half court, and we get a push on Hasenstein. That's a good call. Be interesting to see or find out what the reason was for Hazi's not starting tonight.
I would agree. got to get there.
Oh, almost a travel. Good footwork. Good inside feed to Schneider, who puts it up and in. Latour with a great pass. 34 to 30.
For Austin.
The left-hander couldn't get it to goal. Under 3 minutes left in the first half. Ball movement by the Ships.
And same thing on this end for Manitowoc. They're going to want to move the ball too and really make the Raiders work on defense.
Right, Brock, not afraid to get out on Latour, even though he's way out there. That's almost parking lot range.
Yep, that's Aubrey Koister range out there.
Yeah. Or Gusky.
Very true.
Oh, nice jump shot from about 14 feet.
That's what you want. Make them put it on the floor, but just a good jump shot. Latour can shoot it.
19 first half points. Hasenstein's layup just would not go down. 2 minutes left. It's 34-32 North. Manitowoc weathering the storm here.
Good recovery by Sam. Stay down on that. He's a big boy. Get your hands up.
Over the head pass, air ball, and then Kaminsky almost threw it away. Larson goes right around Latour into the basket and can't get the hoop, but he does pick up the foul. Wanek picks up his second.
Nice, good strong take by Davis, something that he's done very well over the last, again, about 4 years of his North career. He's as tough as they get, taking it to the basket.
He was so good. He was practicing with him before he was in high school.
As an 8th grader already, you bet.
Kunish in for Manitowoc. Julian Jones back in for the Raiders. Right, Brock stepping off the floor. And Davis misses badly. 34-32 North on top, 1:35 left. I know Latour's a good player, Matt. I mean, there's no doubt about it, but I can't see him going off for 38 points.
I wouldn't think so. The only thing is, once those shooters get rolling,
you'd know about that.
A little bit. Hey, you want to put a stop to it because you get that feeling and everything looks like the ocean up there that you're tossing it into. Nice
good
pass.
Inside feed, and a layup is good by Schneider.
Latour doing it all out there for Manitowoc right now.
Yeah, he's been a horse. Kaminsky able to gather it back in, gets a shot off the glass and in.
Tell you, you get it in there to Sam anywhere within 5 feet, he'll put it up there and find a way to send it in.
That could almost be an offensive foul right there, but they're going to get Hasenstein for it, and that'll be his second. .7 seconds left, North up 2. Sinellis back in. Looks like North is in a 2-3 zone, or no?
Yep, I would agree. Sticking with that 2-3.
Larson in the middle of the zone.
Yeah, which is kind of surprising. A lot of times you'll have your big man, which would be Sam in this case, in the middle, but they've got him out on the wing.
Three-point attempt is up and good by Brandon Bant. My goodness.
It's my kind of game, Marty. It's raining threes out there.
Exactly. 10 seconds left.
Not for the right side, though.
Larson's layup is no good, and that's halftime. Manitowoc on top, 37-36.
I guess sometimes things just happen. Devastating things. Your whole world changes in an instant. That's what happened to me the day my mother had a stroke.
I'm Paul George, and I want you to spot a stroke fast.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. Protect the ones you love. Spot a stroke fast.
You've messed up your son's haircut.
Mom?
Do you A, try to fix it?
Like it never happened.
B, work with what you got? Or C, show solidarity?
Thank you, baby.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Taking care of a family member can lead to plenty of questions. Fortunately, there's a place to get the answers, for them and for you. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke. I'm Paul George, and I want you to spot a stroke fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. Protect the ones you love. Spot a stroke fast.
Ladies and gentlemen, this reminder that tonight's game will be replayed on Charter Channel 990 tomorrow at 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. and also Sunday at noon and 7 o'clock. It can be found online at www.WSCSSsheboygan.com.
maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who once took care of you.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes, B, console her,
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Back at North High School's Acuity Fieldhouse, we're getting ready to start second half action. Manitowoc on top, 37-36. David Latour went off for 19 points, Matt. Other than stopping him, obviously, what does North have to do to get the upper hand?
Well, I think just continue to push the tempo, find shooters. Again, I think it's really going to be key. You mentioned, we were talking here recently, that they've really limited Davis Larson in the first half. So we'll see if Davis can find some openings, and not only individually, but see if his teammates can get him going a little bit here in the second half.
And we're off. Kavanaugh has the ball. Looks like North is in a type of a 2-3 zone, and Larson steals it. And good use of the body to get a layup, and North is back on top.
Yeah, good way, good start. Good way to get Davis going right away here. Good to see.
The heck with his teammates. I'll do it myself.
You bet.
And Hasenstein starting the second half for Lacey. You know, over the years, especially probably about the first 25, North rarely, if ever, went into a zone defense. And TJ Schneider with that basket, he has 12 points.
Yeah, outside of out-of-bounds plays, and that would just be the start. Go to 2-3 and then match up right out of that.
But, you know, they've hardly ever played any zone.
Correct.
Good inside feed. Kaminsky with another two.
And I would say about 4 or 5 years ago, Coach Desitel took a page out of, again, the press starting to work for him a little bit. Good to see. But Coach Desitel, good friends with Coach Shady over at Oshkosh North, who they play pretty much all 1-3-1 zone, started to use some of that here with his team. And again, a lot of people were remarking in the crowd on Tuesday night to see him go into a 2-3 zone. Just straight up, right out of the gate is not something that you see from a Coach Desitel team.
I think it was about 2 years ago they went to that, and pretty much befuddled teams playing against it. They did a real nice job with that 2-3 zone.
And I think they stunned Bayport with it the other night too, because I'm pretty sure that that was not something that they were ready to see thrown against them.
Sinellis open from outside the line. He nails the three. North up by 5. Make that 4.
Another sharpshooter out there for North.
North's biggest lead in the first half was 6.
See, like you said, Marty, see if they can string a few stops together and push this lead out a little bit.
Latour is wide open in the corner if they can find him.
Keep working. Good job by Ethan flaring out.
Very deep. A little too deep that time for Latour. Tipped by Sinellis over to Hasenstein, and then we get a foul. I believe that's going to be on Trevor Feast.
Foul on Trevor Feast.
It's his second foul. Nobody in foul trouble in that first half. Hasenstein has 2 starting the second half. Wanek has 2 starting the second half. Only 6 free throws shot, all of those by North. The big story in the first half was Latour's 19 points and 7 3-point baskets by the Ships. A kick out to Schneider. He nails the 3.
That's another situation, Marty. You've got to know who's out there. Schneider is not a guy that you can afford to leave alone, and giving a guy a spot up wide open look like that is not going to usually end well.
Hazenstein 2-on, 1-on-2, not a good shot selection there. Inside feed is good. Feast for an easy 2.
Be a timeout by Coach Desatel here.
Second timeout by North. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. Boy, it just seems like when North has something going, Manitowoc comes right back at them. They had a 6-point lead in the first half and lost that. And here they had a 4-point lead and they've lost that.
Yeah, and they're not going to go away. And again, you can't afford to leave the door open. And by that I mean just giving these shooters good looks. Again, Latour went off in the first half, but Schneider's very capable as well. And again, just guys you got to locate, especially in a zone. You got to make sure that you're talking, you're communicating, and finding open shooters.
Schneider has 14 points, Latour 19. Leading North is Sam Kaminsky with 12. Coming back on the floor is Nate Winter. He had 8 points off the bench in that first half.
Gave him some great energy. Good
nice
look by
inside
Davis.
Feed to Kaminsky, and he puts it up and in with the left hand. North by 1.
Feed that big man.
Rolling down to the 14:30 mark left in the ball game. I think one of the most important things against the zone, Matt, is pass fakes.
Correct.
Trying to move the defense before you actually throw the ball.
And that's very key. Again, sending cutters through, not getting stagnant. Yeah, good ball movement. It's very important.
Not a good selection of passes there by Latour. By the way, good defense on the wing by Hazenstein to get out on Latour when they did that skip pass.
And I can guarantee that was a point of emphasis by Coach Desatel at halftime to making sure that Latour gets very limited looks here in the second half.
North with the ball and the lead. Larson scores and he's fouled.
Smooth.
Davis Larson.
And I keep harping on it, but Davis is so good, not only getting to the basket, but finishing off of contact.
Larson on the line, shooting 1.
Foul goes on Feast, and that's his third. Had a good shot at Davis there.
Tough night at the line for Davis.
Yes.
Don't want to give those away. As Coach Ron Rudall used to say too, those are free throws. They're free. Take them along with you.
Exactly. Richard Bartson running the camera up here. Sean Delahunt on the floor camera. Eric Wiesman in the truck helping Kerry Kautzer, our director. Matt Horzen doing the color commentary. I'm Mike Martin. Enjoy bringing you these games. I didn't think this would be a close game, actually. I thought it'd be about a 20-point blowout.
I was hoping it would be. As I said during the pregame when we were talking, Marty, I was a little concerned that this is a team that, despite their record, they are dangerous.
Well, Latour passing up the three-point attempt, gets it in the lane and scores.
Tough finish in there.
47-46, North up 1. Larson going deep. Kisses it off the glass.
Davis coming out very aggressive here in the second half, and again, good 2-foot stop there. Go up strong.
He's got 11. Kavanaugh looks a little tentative taking the three-point shot, Matt.
I would agree. He has not, looked to get his shot going here tonight.
Larson late, and a good use of the body that time by Andy Kavanaugh. for Davis. That's his first foul.
Austin Reedbrock.
And those will happen sometimes in the zone. Try to get in there, get a tip, get a steal. But again, no harm done. Recover here and get after him next possession.
Right, Brock back in the ball game. Julian Jones stepping off the floor.
Kaminsky really fronting that high post. Wannick.
Latour with a good pass. Shot attempt is no good. Nice rebound by Right Brock. Bant missing the shot. Oh, good dribble to get loose from the defense, but right there to stop him was Colin Wannick. And they're going to get, Kaminsky tipped the ball away, but they're going to get him with a foul. Didn't look like much.
I would agree, Marty. That was a pretty weak call down there.
Who said those guys were doing a good job?
Ezra Emmy checking in for Manitowoc.
Nice to see Latour come off the floor.
The refs heard you didn't know him tonight, Marty, so they're trying to make themselves noticed a little bit out there.
Ezra Emmy in the ball game. They're scrambling now.
Good recovery underneath. Sam Kaminsky working really hard down there.
Good cover-up defense by Kaminsky. Get it inside to Wannick. His shot no good. No basket. I think that's going to go on Kaminsky again. Kaminsky.
Foul on Sam Kaminsky.
His third.
Foul on Zach Hasenstein.
I think they got Hasenstein for that instead, but that's 3 on Zach.
Yeah.
Colin Wannick.
First free throws for Manitowoc tonight. Wannick put that one in.
Ethan Sinellis returns for North.
North on top 49-48. 11:33 left in the ball game. Sinellis open. Step into the shot, and he nails a three. That was huge.
You bet. Ethan went through a stretch this year that he struggled with his shot a little bit, but he's such a good shooter. You got to keep throwing him up there, and he is hitting some big ones for him tonight.
Seemed like it almost got to the point where he wasn't shooting when he had the shot either.
Yeah, it gets to be a little mental for you, and that's where you got to keep putting them up. Great take,
Hasenstein
Zach.
with the steal and the layup.
Nice Euro step.
Euro step. It's not a travel in Europe.
No, it's not.
Timeout by Manitowoc. North up 6. This is their largest lead. They had that back in the first half.
5-1-3. 4-1.
It's a full timeout, Kerry, so let's take a short break.
It's North 21, Manitowoc 15.
I love taking care of my mom. It wasn't easy at first. She learned how to better communicate her needs.
And you learned how to not ignore yours.
I discovered how to make healthier meals.
And I discovered how much I enjoyed them.
Becoming a caregiver is a learning experience for everyone. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
Sirkatich in that shot. In the action earlier tonight, the North JV team won 64-40. I didn't get the final score of the freshman game, but North won by 20 plus, I believe. And there you see the standings. North, having played one more game, technically is in first place.
And they got outside of next week, they can handle their business. They're going to have De Pere at home, and it's going to be a big game to round out the regular season.
And that'll be on WSCS TV. We really look forward to covering these games, especially that one when conference championships are involved. Trying to cover up on Schneider.
Good
Ball
hands
is
by
tipped
Davis.
away, but Sinellis not able to come away with the steal. Very active hands by the Raiders tonight.
Yep, good deflection by Davis. And locate, good job Austin covering up Schneider.
They get a hand up on him. Latour's shot is no good. Good rebound by Larson. And he goes right down Main Street and draws the foul.
Aggressive. All Davis needs is a seam.
Now you know what we need?
Yeah, I know what you need, Marty. Couple free throws here.
Get so picky, right? Kaminsky in for Evan Plotz. He's been seeing a lot more playing time this year.
He has, and actually, you mentioned Nate Serkatich got a shot earlier. He gave him some quality minutes against Bayport the other night when Kaminsky was in foul trouble. Some extended action for Nate that he hasn't seen, and he was definitely a presence in there. He earned his time.
That's a thing, you know, kids when they don't start sometimes get down on themselves and don't work as hard, but you got to be ready. And
you just never, you're right, Marty. You just never know when a situation is going to present itself. And they said he earned his time and really helped them in a big game.
North up 8. This is an important trip here for the Ships. Feast had it on top. Good job of breaking the press again by Manitowoc. Schneider's shot is no good, and Hasenstein with a good rebound. Tried to kick it out to Sinellis, who controlled it. Now we slow the action down a little bit.
Good decision, too. Pull it back out, run some offense here.
Rolling down to 9.5 minutes left in the ball game. Oh, Davis Larson scores and is fouled, and we got a fist bump up in the press box by Matt Orson.
It's just amazing how easy he makes that look. It's pretty incredible, and he's very smooth. And again, to take the contact and finish there it's a reason he's going to Hillsdale College on a Division II scholarship next year.
Mom and Dad got to like that.
You bet. Oh, Marty.
58-48. They still in the zone?
I believe so, and they've switched it. It seems like they've moved almost like a 2-1-2 type of zone here. At least that middle guy, and Julian's playing middle. They're really pulling him up to the free throw line, fronting that high post, whoever it is, Wanek or Schneider.
Latour is way outside. They're having trouble getting him the ball in scoring position. Beautiful. And stolen away.
Good outlet to Zach. Again, patience here, no need to force. Good luck.
Step-in shot for Sinellis, but he couldn't get it that time, and it's tipped out of bounds by Manitowoc's TJ Schneider.
And North stemming the tide here and really swinging the momentum by starting to outwork Manitowoc. Great
Just a quick toss into Larson. They weren't expecting that, and he scores.
And if you're
60-48.
Yeah, if you're Manitowoc, that can't happen. Just a little lob play to Davis, nothing to it.
Foul by Larson. Probably a good foul that time to prevent the easy layup.
I agree.
It's his second. Sinellis wanted to go for the steal, but it was a good pass. Kavanaugh not bashful there, but he missed it, and Kaminsky with another rebound. Good inside feed to Julian Jones, and he gets fouled by Schneider, and he'll be shooting a pair of free throws.
At this point, Manitowoc's wishing that there wasn't a halftime tonight. Their shooting cooled off.
Exactly. Julian puts the free throw in. That's his third point. Oh, Hoop didn't want it, but it did stay in.
Took it. Yeah, good trip for Julian.
Up by 14 are the Raiders. Manitowoc's had trouble scoring points in this run by North.
They have. And it seems like it's been in the blink of an eye, too. This went from about a 4-point game to a 14-point game here.
Where's Cam Newton when you need him?
He's standing and observing from the side.
Well, to prevent a lost ball, Manitowoc calls the 30-second timeout. Probably a good move. They needed one anyway. The thing I noticed is Latour is always way out on the floor, Matt. He's not in position to get any good shots.
I would agree. Yeah, if you're a shooter, I mean, it's worth 3 points, whether you square it up to the line or whether you're 4 feet behind it. And yeah, if you're Latour, and I'm sure his coaches are probably thinking the same thing, get yourself a couple steps in, and teammates will find you.
It's been a 15-2 run. It was 15, 16, 17, 18, 19-4 run since Manitowoc's last lead at 44-43. And I'll tell you, the defense has really stepped up for the Raiders.
Sure has. And again, they hit you quick. You're not ready for it, and the Raiders, they'll push the ball and again stick some shots on you.
Latour out on the wing now, right where Kaminsky is. Kavanaugh tries to dump it down inside, but threw it away. The intended receiver was Kunish.
And the turnovers continue to mount for the Ships here.
I know I'm way off on that, but you're right. Turnovers have hurt Manitowoc.
Yep. And unforced turnovers at some point, too, on that pass by Kavanaugh. Again, you get yourself in the air and leave your feet, then you've got no other options.
Feast is guarding Larson, really getting right up in his grill.
Yeah, and Manitowoc now down 14, kind of forced to press the issue a little bit. They're out of their zone, and they're manned up at this point.
Larson takes his man out to the corner, trying to open it up. Inside feed to Kaminsky. He couldn't get the shot in. Latour with an outlet pass to Schneider. And they're going to give him the basket.
I know Davis is arguing the call there, but again, he had his hands up, but you still can't be leaning.
I don't think it was the foul so much as when the foul happened. You know, did it happen before the shot or not?
Sure.
Davis has 3 personals. 7 minutes left. 62-51. Hazy taking it to the rack.
Very athletic finish.
Good read of the defense by Zach, too.
And good cover up there. Very nice, Julian.
Colin Wanek being guarded by Davis Larson. Good rebound over the top of Jones by Wanek, but he couldn't get it to go, and that time Julian gets the rebound. Julian trying to take it down in the land of the Giants, didn't quite work out.
Yeah, he had the right idea, but execution not so much. Again, better idea just to pull it out there and run some offense.
Live for another day, right?
That's right.
Double screen for Larson, and he nails one. (67-51), 16-point lead. Another turnover.
Unforced turnover.
Ozzy with an easy one. And North starting to open it up now.
Yep.
A little more quickness by Sam. He's got a steal, but doesn't matter. It's a turnover by Manitowoc. 5:39 left. Raiders up by 18. Largest lead. And Sinel's doing a good job of slowing it down a little bit.
Nice left hand. Marty, you like that.
That's
little
sweet.
Lefty look.
That is sweet. Good block by Sam. Schneider with the recovery puts it up and in. Latour had 19 points in the first half, Matt. He's sitting with 21 in the game.
And he has not gotten many looks in the second half either.
No. We talked a little bit about that, you know, where he's positioned on the floor on offense. Larson right down Main Street, couldn't get it in.
Watch deep here. You got Schneider running out long.
Yeah, Latour has a great arm. I think he's a baseball player too, if I remember Chris saying.
Wow.
It's a Gusky shot.
Speaking of spotting up from deep, Marty, there it was.
And Wanek on the foul. Kaminsky has words for him. And I think they're going to get Kaminsky for a technical foul. So foul is on Colin Wanek on the grab. And then we're going to get technical foul for commenting by Sam Kaminsky. Sam's not that kind of guy.
You know
either.
what the funny, I didn't see it, but Sam doesn't say boo. I mean, that'd be the last thing that you'd expect. And I think Coach Desautel's asking for an explanation from the one official down there. Probably saying the same thing. I don't think Sam's had a bad word to say about anybody in his life.
Pretty quiet guy in gym class over at Pigeon River.
Yeah. Was he towering over people at that point?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And Manitowoc will get the ball out of bounds. This is a costly. It's a good thing North had a big lead.
Correct. Yeah, this could have swung things a little bit.
And it still could. A 3-point basket makes it a 13-point game. Right now we're up to 16 for North. They have a 16-point advantage. 4:39 left. North continuing in the zone defense. Sinellis with the good hands.
Yeah, nothing there again. Good decision. Pull it out.
Looked like Davis wanted to take it to the rack.
Yes,
but,
he did.
Off the glass, no good. Plotz, rebound, no good. And Julian Jones will go to the line. He drew the foul.
Yeah. Second, third, fourth efforts there. Again, I feel like North's out hustling them a little bit here in the second half. And I don't think, Marty, it was from a smooth Joe Madden-like halftime performance from Coach Desautel. I'm sure he was a little fired up in there.
We're waiting for two things. Well, first of all, it's a little late on that reference, but we're waiting for the dark glasses by Tom Desautel.
I would agree. I've always said Coach would look good in a pair of Joe Madden black-rimmed glasses.
Now, back when I was a kid, they were called horn-rimmed. But it doesn't matter. I've got a pair, but it says it's got a beer reference on the side, so I don't think Tom would be.
Probably not.
Shot is missed. Plotz with the rebound, and Hasenstein on the push. Yeah, I don't know about that. No Cam Newton on that play.
Yeah.
Plotz getting down and dirty.
I agree. For Zach, know the situation there. Again, no need to force there.
Carby and Horizon sitting down, watching the game to the bitter end.
Carby looks like he's getting antsy in front of us, ready to hit the road.
Right out loud. Double screen for Sinellis, but they break through. And now North pulls it out. 3:30 left in the ball game. The Raiders up 18.
Sure passes here for North. Again, make sure, fake a pass, make a pass if you need to.
Latour on Hasenstein.
You can see Manitowoc trying to jump the passing lanes a little bit here.
And they're going to get Kavanaugh. Sinels will be on the line shooting the 1-and-1. Whoa, wait a minute. It's not that cold in the gym. Ethan on the miss. It's 73-55, 3 minutes left. Kavanaugh couldn't get it. Jones with the strong rebound.
Good board. I think the Mike Martin School of Free Throw Shooting could use an after-game session tonight.
I hear you. We used to delve only into the Mike Martin School of left-handed layups. But
and there one was.
I can see Larson doesn't need any help.
Johnny
there.
On the spot.
Shot is no good. And off the foot of, looked like Kaminsky. Manitowoc will keep it. Ozzie comes out of the pack smiling. That's a good thing. Inside feed to Latour, and he's stolen away. Larson hard to the rack, and he scores
right
again.
To the bucket. Right down Main Street, Marty.
Gotta like that.
Yep.
77-55, Larson with 24.
Speaking of, we talked about at halftime, Larson, hopefully Davis get going, and he certainly has, to the tune of, I think, almost 19 points.
19 second half points to match David Latour's 19 in the first half. Schneider has 19, Latour has 21. They're leading scorers for Manitowoc. Hasenstein has 13, Kaminsky 16, and Larson, like we mentioned, has 24. Pretty much a three-headed monster tonight.
And that's been the story for North a lot in the second half. Those three. Kaminsky's kind of been that third piece of the puzzle here, which is good. They're going to need him down the stretch here, again, to hang with with DePere.
Oh, Carby's leaving early. He's going to catch the closing ceremonies by you and me.
Yeah, he wants to get home. Wants to get home for the interviews yet.
Matt and I are going to go down on the floor after the game and interview a couple of Raiders. Hopefully Tom will send a couple of players over, and we'll do our wrap-up from down there. The most important thing about tonight's win is that North will remain in first place in the conference.
And again, if they hold serve, as does DePere, again, with the way things roll out, a couple weeks on a Thursday night, anybody in Sheboygan come out and support these Golden Raiders as they try to kind of take DePere off from the top of the FRCC, where they've kind of run the show here for the last 7, 8 years, it seems like, really.
Yeah, it's been a long time since North has had a conference championship.
Correct.
Think the players are fully aware of that?
I'm sure they are, and although, again, Coach Desatel is never looking more than one game ahead, you can guarantee he knows what's at stake here as well, and having that team come into your house makes a whale of a difference.
Yeah, that'll be a good thing. Hopefully the Sheboygan community will turn out for that also.
Agree. The atmosphere on Tuesday night was very good. Again, a nice crowd that showed up, and like I said, I think you get to this time of the year and people can sense a little bit of urgency, especially where their team is at in the standings here. North
making numerous substitutions. I remember a game here earlier this year where North had a huge lead. There was maybe 3 or 4 minutes left, actually, but I mean, there was no chance of them losing. But Tom had his starters out there, and Larson went to the basket and got undercut. And he went down hard. He was fine. He got up. But I'll tell you, there were 5 guys at the table right away getting those guys out. And I think this is a good move, too.
I would agree. And it's always nice for those guys, too. You mentioned it earlier when we were talking about Circutich, but these guys are putting in just as much work each and every day in practice, getting after it. For them to get to see a little bit of floor time is nice. Although Davis still getting some run out there. Hopefully it won't be too long before Coach Desatel pulls him off the floor, too.
I think what he's looking for is having a solid ball handler as we finish out. There's 1:35 left in the ball game. North up by 23 points. They were down by 1 at the half, 37-36. It's been all North here in the second half. Only 19 points by Manitowoc.
Yeah, they have really, really held them in check again. Nice, good hands by Winter. Again, Mr. Energy out there.
He'd like to get another basket, get his total up to 10, sitting with 8. Oglin comes in. Larson steps off. He had 24 tonight.
Yeah, solid, solid evening for Davis.
Side feed is good. Shot and didn't go in. And Lacey comes away with the loose ball. Got inside feed to Circutich. He puts it up and in. Nate Circutich, Devin Oglin, Nate Winter, Chris Lacey. We gotta get that last guy. Austin Rietbrock in. And Manitowoc, Ezra Emmy in. Good spin move and scoring inside was Ben Reindl. Get the names of some of these guys that don't play much, Matt. Reindl in. Michael Dopriak.
Circutich here, you
wow.
bet.
See if you can get the rest of these guys. Oh, a runner that time by Michael Dopriak.
And that'll do it.
And that's the ball game. All right, when we come back, hopefully we'll have some interviews for you. North a winner, 83-60.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help. And slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you? You know you do. That's why we're here. We're free and here to guide you through every step of the way, starting with attendance. Gary, financial aid forms. Picking a college, man. You and us. We go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos. Go to GetSchooled.com.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. This is unacceptable, and something Feeding America is working to solve. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States, including yours. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
Oh, look, a redhead.
Staring contest.
You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
We're back at North High School's Acuity Fieldhouse. Joining us is Nate Winter and Davis Larson. Matt, why don't you ask Davis a question? He can't wait to start talking.
Davis is the master. Davis, second half, you guys really came out and put it on them. What was the feel like in the halftime locker room, and what adjustments did you guys make to make that happen?
I mean, as you guys know, because being a former player, Coach definitely wasn't happy at half being down 1. Latour, their guard, had 19 points, so we knew who they were, their shooters were. So, I mean, our 2-3 wasn't doing so well, and our new press defense wasn't doing so well. So, I mean, just kind of pick it up energy-wise. I mean, it was kind of lacking a little bit. We weren't getting up and down the floor well. We weren't pushing it as much as we wanted to. So, I mean, that was kind of the changes we did.
And you had a really big second half. 5 points in the first half, but you had 19 in the second half. Was that something that you looked to be in the second half, come out a little bit more aggressive and get after it?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, I know our team was kind of hanging their heads at half, and I mean, I'm a captain. Me and CJ are captains. We knew we had to pick it up a little bit at half. I myself included offensively. So, I mean, I just kind of take it to the rim. My game was what my game is all 4 years. I've always been a driver. I kind of just try to stick with what I've been doing all 4 years, and worked for us. It gave us open shots like Ethan Snellis. He had 2 big threes in the second half, and Zach got open looks. I mean, we just did a lot better in the second half offensively and defensively.
One thing that makes a team really successful, Nate, is having guys that come off the bench and, like Matt was mentioning during the broadcast, some energy. What do you feel your role is on the team coming off the bench?
When I come off the bench, my teammates always tell me, "Oh, just be energy, bring it, trying to get us going on offense, shoot if you can, but first you want to get everyone involved, get assists, get everything in there." I just try to be an energy guy. I come off the bench, just try my best, try not to screw up too bad, but they all love us, and we're a great team. And
I thought you did a great job off the bench tonight. When you had the open shot, you took them and they happened to go in for you. That's got to make you feel pretty happy and give you a little more confidence with your shooting.
Yeah, I've been struggling a little bit from range, and I've been trying to take it inside some more, so it was good to finally hit some threes, and it just feels good to get this win today.
Now, you guys have a couple games left in conference. You're technically in the lead by half a game. You've played one more game in conference. Are you guys aware of the gravity here of winning a conference championship after a long time?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, it's been 11 years since we haven't won one, and North has just been so used to winning them, like when Mr. Horizon played, and I mean, it's just kind of the tradition here.
Mr. Horizon.
Mr. Horny.
Too formal, yeah. Thanks, Davis.
I mean, it was kind of the tradition here, and we haven't won in a lot, and just up here has been pretty good. Bayport's been good. I mean, we just kind of want to solidify it ourselves and just know that we're still a great team, great tradition here at North with Coach Desitel, and we just want to keep it up.
Ashwaubenon is next, Nate. What do you got to do up there other than score more points than they do?
We just got to bring it on defense intensity. We just got to play the way we play, and we should get that W.
All right, thanks a lot, boys, for stopping over. Again, Sheboygan North, the winner, 83-60. And with that, for the crew and my partner, Matt Horizon, I'm Mike Martin saying thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you down the road.
Great job.
Davis, great job.
I feel like a real celebrity now.